Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Bienvenue à l'appel conférence du Club de hockey des Canadiens. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Montreal Canadiens conference call. J'aime maintenant céder la parole à M. Dominique Saillant. I'll turn the meeting over to Mr. Dominique Saillant. Please go ahead, à vous la parole.
Merci, Jonathan. Merci à tout le monde d'être là. Thanks everybody for taking the call. We have Mr. Shea Weber on the call. On va être prêt à prendre des questions. Shea is joining us from Kelowna, BC. Shea nous rejoint de Kelowna, BC. Alors, Jonathan, on est prêt à prendre la période de questions. Go ahead, sir.
First question is from Adam Vingen from 10 SEN. Please go ahead.
Hi, Shea. How are you?
Hey, Adam. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, thank you. We spoke to David a short time ago, and he mentioned that you were a little bit taken aback by the trade. I guess just take us through your initial thoughts of how you spoke to David, when you spoke to David, your initial thoughts about being traded, and just sort of wrapping your head around everything that sort of transpired here.
Yeah, obviously it was a little bit of a hectic morning. I was just kind of enjoying it with my family. I didn't have my phone on me, and then all of a sudden it was kind of blowing up. So I called David right away and talked to him. And obviously it was I was a little bit a little emotional this morning. Obviously I've spent a lot of time in Nashville and enjoyed my time there. But I think the more I look at it now, I'm excited to move forward and join such a franchise with rich history and so much past history that I'm excited to go there and be part of something special.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from Stephen Leno from the Associated Press. Please go ahead.
Hi, Shea. Thank you very much for doing this. PK earlier said it meant a lot for him in a trade. For the first time he was traded, that a team wanted him so much. Obviously, emotional for you to be traded from Nashville. What does it mean for you? Marc Bergevin and the Canadiens would want you so much as to trade PK Subban for you.
Yeah, that's obviously one of the first things that goes through your mind is that somebody actually wants you that much that you're excited. I'm so thrilled and excited to be joining a great group of guys. I've talked to a few of them already and look forward to meeting them in person and trying to work together towards the same common goal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. The next question is from Joshua Cooper from Yahoo Sports. Please go ahead.
Hey, Shea. Just wondering, Subban was such a popular guy in the Montreal area, and there's certainly been no shortage of opinions on some social media since the trade. How do you try to win over fans? And, I mean, what can you do exactly in the Montreal market, which is a much different market than where you're leaving in Nashville?
Yeah, you know what? That hasn't crossed my mind. I'm not PK Subban. I'm not going to try and be. I'm going to bring my hard work and attitude and try and bring this team in some wins. I mean, the biggest thing I want to do is win, and I know that they've got a good base there. Obviously, one of the best goaltenders in the world, some top end forwards, and I'm just excited to be joining that group.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. The next question is from Eric Engel from Sportsnet. Please go ahead.
Hi, Shea. Welcome to Montreal. I have two quick questions for you. The first one is you said you spoke to a couple of players. I can only imagine that maybe Carey Price was one of them, considering where you are. What potentially did he tell you about Montreal and about making your acquisition and being teammates again?
Yeah, obviously, I think Carey was the first guy to text me, obviously knowing him from the past, but it was more kind of just jokingly. Before I was even aware of all the news, I had so many texts on my phone, and he just texted me, "Is your phone blowing up?" kind of jokingly, and I just said, "No, not really." And then I think I'm supposed to see him tomorrow morning, so I'm sure we'll go over some of the more specifics and details of the situation then.
My second question for you, Shea, is you had a chance to be a part of the same Olympic team with PK Subban. What was that experience like with you, knowing that he was playing an auxiliary role, you were filling a primary one? What kind of teammate was he at the time, and what impression did he leave on you?
Yeah, obviously he came there with a good attitude. I mean, he didn't play maybe as much as he expected or thought he would, but at the same time he knew what he needed to do to help the team win, and I thought he did a good job at that. And obviously in the end, it all worked out for the best in the way that Canada was successful and was able to win.
Sorry, one more for you. In your experience in playing on the big stage, Shea, how much do you think that prepares you for the kind of pressure that you'll face in Montreal?
Yeah, I mean, you deal with pressure everywhere you play. Obviously, you're in the playoffs, you have pressure. You're at the Olympics, you have pressure. There's pressure when you're younger. It's something you always deal with. I'm just looking at the excitement when you go into the Bell Center and how much fun it is to play there for teams on the road. I mean, to play 41 home games there, I'm really looking forward to that.
Thank you.
La question suivante est de Jonathan Bernier, Journal de Montréal. À vous la parole.
Hi, Shea. I just wondering if PK told us earlier today that he feel with that trade he would be closer to the Stanley Cup. Do you feel the same thing coming to Montreal?
I mean, that's the goal. Ultimately, I kind of mentioned earlier that the biggest thing I want to do is win, and I feel like this team was close. You look at where they were before Carey got hurt last year and the run they were putting on. You know that there's some talent and good things in that locker room, so I'm looking forward to being a part of it and moving a step closer.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Merci. La question suivante est de Guillaume Lefrançois de la Presse. À vous la parole. Guillaume.
Yeah, hi, Shea. Hi, Shea. Sorry about that. Welcome to Montreal. I was just curious to know, I mean, one of the things, obviously, that's been said about the trade is that Subban is probably entering his prime years where your prime years are. You're probably in them, or some of your prime years are past. How do you think, how can you explain how you can still be as efficient as the Shea Weber that we've known for the last 6-7 years?
Yeah, you know what? I'm hoping that shouldn't be an issue. I've always been a guy that takes a lot of pride in my training in my summer, the work I do in the summer to be in good shape for the season. So hopefully that won't be an issue. I'm going to work just as hard, if not harder, to make sure I'll be in good shape and ready to go.
All right. Thank you very much.
Merci.
Merci. La question suivante est de Louis-André Larivière de TVA Sport. À vous la parole.
Hi, Shea. Welcome to Montreal. I also have two questions. First off, if you could maybe share some more on your initial conversation with Marc Bergevin once you were acquired. And secondly, what you can say about having played in this market, in this city at the Bell Center. What are you looking forward to from what you saw on the opponent side?
Yeah, so I talked to Mark this morning after I talked to David, and it was just kind of excitement on both sides. You know, he was excited. They had just made a trade, and I was excited to be traded for the first time. So I think that, you know, it was just kind of getting to know each other and kind of getting our ducks in a row and talking about the same kind of goal and idea we have in mind, and that's winning some games. Secondly, I think that I'm looking forward to just how passionate the fans are. I think I kind of mentioned it or touched on it before. When you go in there, everyone talks about, oh, you look at the schedule. Where do we play? When do we play Montreal? And guys look forward to going there because they know it's going to be loud. It's packed, and the fans are just very, very passionate.
Thank you very much.
Merci.
Thank you. The next question is from Jean-François Tremblay, La Presse Canadienne. À vous la parole.
Hi. Hello, Shea. My question is, how familiar are you with the group of defensemen in Montreal?
Yeah, I can't say I know a lot of them personally, but obviously I know who they are. I guess I'll just kind of have to go, as we go along here, get to know them a little bit better and try and transition into their group.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from Joshua Cooper of Yahoo Sports. Please go ahead.
Hey, Shea, just wondering, I know that Game 7 against San Jose was pretty tough on you. Have you had a chance to really sit back and think about it that much? And what are you, I don't know, trying to work on this off season? I mean, people have asked about you in your prime years and whatnot, but where can you change your game? Are you trying to? What have you been doing the last several weeks?
Just working hard on my off-ice training right now. I haven't hit the ice yet, but definitely in my strength training and Same kind of things I do every summer, just obviously working on getting a little bit stronger if I can and keeping my conditioning up to make sure that I can be able to play a lot of minutes. And, when push comes to shove and you need to be able to go, to have that extra burst and have that energy when you need it.
And about the Game 7 stuff with San Jose, have you thought about that much? Have you tried to not think about it? Where are you in terms of trying to get over that?
Yeah, of course you think about it. I think that you look back and it's one game. That doesn't sum up a career nor a year. I think it was a tough game. It was a tough game on a lot of people, and it happens in every sport where just happens that one night's just not your night. Things don't bounce. Things aren't, the split-second decisions you have to make out there are the wrong ones, and everything just seems to kind of stockpile on you. So I think that, maybe younger years or earlier on, it might have affected me a little bit more, but I think that I'm just coming to realize that, you've just got to learn from it and hopefully improve and become better from it.
Thank you, Shea.
You're welcome.
Thank you. The next question is from Arpan Basu from NHL.com. Please go ahead.
Hello, Shea. I'm just wondering, you spent so much time in Nashville and such a long chunk of their history, to be leaving them at a time where it seems like they're on the cusp of really contending. How does that make you feel to have gone through a lot of the difficult years, and now just when it seems like they're right there, now you're taking off?
Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm not thinking about. Obviously, I do think about all the great times, and I've reflected over the last few hours and all the time I've spent there, and it's just it's like I said, it was emotional thinking about all I've been through. I really grew up in 10, 11 years I spent there, so it'd be not human of me to say that I'm not going to miss it, but at the same time, it's in the past now, and I've got to look at what's ahead of me and the situation I'm going to in Montreal, where they're looking to win and they're looking to do all the right things to put a winning team together. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from Adam Vingan from the Tennessean. Please go ahead.
Shea, as you just mentioned, I know that you're focusing on the future, not necessarily, but I guess now it's the past. But having captained the Predators for the past 6 seasons, that does leave a void that will inevitably need to be filled. We've spoken at length about the leadership group that your former team has, and how you respect a lot of those guys in the room that allow you to be the captain that you are. When you look at who remains, do you see a player or players that you think would be worthy of filling that role now that you have vacated it?
Yeah, I definitely see a lot of guys, but that's not the decision for me to make. I'm sure that their staff will make the right decision. I think they know who it should be, and they've spent enough time that around that group of guys. I think everyone knows. And like I said to you before, Adam, they do have a great group of core leaders in there, and there's some really good guys that made it easy to be the captain there, especially when it was some of my younger years when everything was kind of new to me. I had some good help and good guys to be beside, so I'm going to miss those guys. But like I said, I'm looking forward to what's ahead.
Thank you, Shea.
You're welcome.
Thank you. La question suivante est de Louis-André Larivière de TVA Sport. À vous la parole.
Hi again, Shea. Just wondering if you've spoken to Michel Therrien and if you're familiar with his system.
No, I haven't spoken to him. He just called me right before the press conference here, the conference call. So I've got to call him as soon as we get off here and get him a little bit more familiar with what we're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. There are no further questions registered. I'd like to turn the meeting back over to Mr. Saillant.
Merci, Jonathan. Thanks, everybody. Merci pour tout. Shea, thank you very much for taking the time. We really look forward to see you in Montreal soon, my friend.
Merci, everyone.
Merci. Thanks for taking the call. Merci, tout le monde.
Thank you. The conference has now ended. Please disconnect your line at this time. We thank you for your participation. La conférence est maintenant terminée. S'il vous plaît, raccrochez votre ligne. Merci à tous les participants qui se sont joints.